just getting to understand what's really going down in our country.
That's right. We have award-winning producer and director Stuart Nash in the building. You may know him from, of course, Sarafina. You may also have seen I Will Marry When I Want going on stage, Ile Ngugi wa Thiong'o. But of course, he's also the founder of the Nairobi Performing Arts Studio. Welcome to Studio Stuart Nash.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Nice to have you. If you're a theatre lover in Kenya, no, everybody knows Stuart, right? But please, for those of us who may not be familiar,
Stuart is making a face.
He's making a face like, no, they don't know. They don't know. Okay, give an intro to Stuart and exactly what he does for work and for life. I would say, like, what's your passions as well, aside from what you do in the theatre.
Wow. Okay. Well, obviously, theatre is like the number one. It's great to be here, by the way. Thanks very much for this. Yeah, theatre is the one at the moment, and it's like overwhelming a bit because we've got this big show coming up, actually starting tonight for 2 weekends. But outside of theatre, wow, I guess I just like watching movies, stuff like that. It's the same as everybody else, really.
That's really exciting. You made a big entry into the Kenyan scene, and if it's okay to mention, the first time I got to experience you was through Oliver Twist. You gave me a complimentary ticket, and I was like, okay, this is nice. And as soon as I got to watch your work of art, storytelling is very important to you. Can you talk to us about how you navigate and how you choose a good story for your production?
Okay, yeah. It's true. The story is key to everything. Whatever else you have, even if you have great actors, great songs, all of that, if you don't have the story at the centre of it, it's never really going to fly. Every project we work on, we look at the story first and we break it down. Oh, it's going to be really boring for people listening, but basically we break everything down and every decision we make about anything that happens in the show is always based around the story. Does this really need to happen? Like, if you're making a film or a TV show, like when we did Shambhala Wanyama, every single thing that's on the page should be there for a reason. There's nothing that's just put there for as a fill-in. And if you look at the great plays, films, whatever that have lasted decades, centuries, they all at the centre of them have a really great driving story. I mean, look at Sarafina, look at I'll Marry When I Want. All of them, Nairobi Half-Life, which we're also working on a stage version of. They'll have those central characters.
It's nice to see. It would be nice to see Nairobi Half-Life on the stage. The fact that talent is also now the next big component when you're thinking of how do I put on this play. What do you think makes a good thespian? And I know it's a very subjective question, but if you had to make like a stew that creates a good thespian, what would be your ingredients?
I think commitment to the role, commitment to the project, actually. I always say that I would prefer to work with somebody who doesn't have the 100% talent, but they're committed and really want to be there, rather than somebody maybe who has 100% talent, but they're awkward to work with. Yeah, because when someone comes in with that attitude, it's like it's infectious to the rest of the cast, and they don't turn up for rehearsals or they're late, and it makes it, and then we have to redo things over and over, and it's just... or especially if you're doing TV or film, when everybody's standing there and it's costing like 100,000 a minute or something with all the stuff that's there, and then somebody just doesn't
show up, and I have to do all of that tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you can't. I mean, okay, so on Shambhala Wanyama, we were good because we took over Tafaria Castle for like 3 months, so that was fine. But sometimes you're in these locations. So, for example, we came here to shoot a scene one day, and then the lead character doesn't turn up, and it's not available tomorrow, so we're messed up. But I mean, talent obviously is absolutely key as well, and I feel like, man, you have some amazing actors here. Like, I'm not just saying this because we have it. I mean, Sarafina, but Wakio Mzenge is playing Mary Masambuko, Lorna Lemmy, who you're going to see in